the bustling marketplace of our minds, we're constantly bombarded with opinions, criticisms, and anxieties. It's as if everyone has a stone to throw, aiming to chip away at our peace and self-assurance. Yet, imagine possessing an inner fortress, a mental shield so strong that these external attacks simply glance off, leaving you untouched and serene. This isn't about building walls to isolate yourself, but cultivating an inner resilience that allows you to navigate the world with unwavering confidence. Today, we're embarking on a journey to discover 8 powerful ways to become mentally untouchable, transforming your mind into a sanctuary of strength and tranquility. We live in an age of unprecedented connectivity, where the digital world amplifies both the good and the bad. Social media feeds us a constant stream of curated perfection, while comment sections often devolve into battlegrounds of negativity. This constant barrage can erode our self-esteem, fuel anxiety, and leave us feeling vulnerable to the opinions of others. It's a mental battlefield out there, and without the right tools, we can easily become casualties. But there's a path to freedom, a way to reclaim control of our inner world. It's not about becoming impervious to all emotions or shutting out the world entirely. Instead, it's about developing a deep understanding of ourselves, cultivating emotional intelligence, and building a robust mental framework that protects us from the slings and arrows of daily life. It's about transforming from a fragile reed bending in the wind to a mighty oak, rooted deeply and unshaken by the storm. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore 8 core principles that will empower you to become mentally untouchable. We'll delve into the power of self-awareness, the art of emotional regulation, the importance of cultivating a strong sense of purpose, and the transformative effect of adopting a growth mindset. We'll also examine how to set healthy boundaries, practice gratitude, embrace discomfort, and cultivate meaningful connections. Each principle is a stepping stone on the path to inner peace and unwavering resilience. So join me as we embark on this transformative journey together. Let's unlock the secrets to mental fortitude and discover how to navigate life's challenges with grace, strength, and unwavering confidence. Are you ready to build your inner fortress and become truly untouchable? Imagine a tree standing tall in the midst of a hurricane. Its branches may sway, its leaves may be torn, but its roots remain firmly planted, anchoring it to the earth. That's the power of self-awareness, knowing your values, beliefs, and triggers. As Socrates famously said, "Know thyself." Self-awareness is the bedrock of mental untouchability because it allows you to understand why you react the way you do. When you're aware of your triggers, you can anticipate them and choose a more constructive response. Without self-awareness, you're simply reacting to the world on autopilot, vulnerable to manipulation and emotional hijacking. You become a puppet dancing to the tunes of others, easily swayed by their opinions and actions. To cultivate self-awareness, start by practicing mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Journaling can also be a powerful tool for self-discovery. Ask yourself tough questions, explore your past experiences, and identify patterns in your behavior. Be honest with yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. Remember, self-awareness is a journey, not a destination. Be patient and kind to yourself along the way. With a solid foundation of self-awareness, we can now move on to the next crucial element, the art of emotional regulation, learning to master our internal storms. Picture a raging river, overflowing its banks and causing chaos and destruction. That's what unchecked emotions can do to our inner world. Emotional regulation isn't about suppressing or denying your feelings. It's about learning to manage them in a healthy and constructive way. As the Dalai Lama said, "The very purpose of life is to be happy." Why is emotional regulation so important? Because when you're controlled by your emotions, you're essentially giving away your power. You become reactive, impulsive, and prone to making poor decisions. Anger can lead to outbursts and broken relationships. Anxiety can paralyze you with fear, and sadness can plunge you into despair. Learning to regulate your emotions is like learning to steer a ship through rough waters, keeping it on course despite the turbulent conditions. There are several techniques you can use to regulate your emotions. Deep breathing exercises can help calm your nervous system. Mindfulness meditation can help you observe your emotions without judgment, and cognitive reappraisal can help you challenge negative thought patterns. When you feel overwhelmed, take a step back, breathe deeply, and remind yourself that your emotions are temporary. You have the power to choose your response. Now, with the ability to manage our emotions, it's time to explore the importance of having a strong sense of purpose, a guiding light to illuminate our path. Imagine a ship sailing aimlessly on the ocean without a destination in sight. It's at the mercy of the winds and currents, drifting wherever they may take it. That's what life feels like without a purpose, directionless and unfulfilling. As Viktor Frankl wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how." Why is purpose so crucial for mental untouchability? Because it gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning, a source of meaning and motivation that transcends the daily grind. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you're less likely to be swayed by external pressures or get bogged down in petty dramas. Your purpose acts as a compass, guiding you through life's inevitable storms and keeping you focused on what truly matters. To discover your purpose, ask yourself what you're passionate about, what you're good at, and what the world needs. Consider your values, your interests, and your skills. Experiment with different activities and see what resonates with you. Don't be afraid to start small and refine your purpose over time. The key is to find something that ignites your soul and gives you a reason to contribute to the world in a meaningful way. Having found our purpose, let's now turn our attention to cultivating a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. Think of a sculptor starting with a rough block of stone. They don't see limitations, they see potential. With each chisel stroke, they reveal the beauty hidden within. That's the essence of a growth mindset, believing that your abilities are not fixed but can be developed through effort and perseverance. As Carol Dweck explains, in a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. Why is a growth mindset essential for mental untouchability? Because it allows you to embrace challenges, learn from failures, and persevere in the face of adversity. When you believe that your abilities are fixed, you're more likely to avoid challenges for fear of failure. But with a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. You become more resilient, adaptable, and confident in your ability to overcome obstacles. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by challenging your limiting beliefs. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Focus on effort and progress, not just outcomes. Celebrate your successes and learn from your failures. Remember, developing a growth mindset is a lifelong journey, not a quick fix. Equipped with a growth mindset, we can now explore the importance of setting healthy boundaries, protecting our time, energy, and emotional well-being. Imagine a garden surrounded by a fence. The fence protects the plants from unwanted intruders and allows them to thrive. That's what healthy boundaries do for our lives. They protect our time, energy, and emotional well-being. As Brené Brown says, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. Why are healthy boundaries so important for mental untouchability? Because they prevent others from draining our energy, exploiting our kindness, and disrespecting our needs. Without boundaries, we become susceptible to manipulation, resentment, and burnout. We end up sacrificing our own well-being to please others, leaving us feeling depleted and resentful. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-care. To set healthy boundaries, start by identifying your needs and values. Be clear about what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not. Learn to say no without guilt or explanation. Communicate your boundaries assertively and respectfully. Be prepared for resistance, but don't back down. Remember, you have the right to protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Having established healthy boundaries, we can now appreciate the transformative power of practicing gratitude, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. Picture a glass, half full of water. Some people see it as half empty, focusing on what's missing. Others see it as half full, appreciating what's present. That's the essence of gratitude, focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, rather than dwelling on the negative. As Melody Beattie wrote, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. Why is gratitude so beneficial for mental untouchability? Because it shifts our perspective, reduces stress, and increases happiness. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we're less likely to be consumed by negative emotions like envy, resentment, and anxiety. Gratitude helps us appreciate the good things in our lives, even when things are tough. It reminds us that we have much to be thankful for, even in the face of adversity. To cultivate gratitude, start by keeping a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Express your gratitude to others. Savor the simple pleasures in life, practice mindfulness, and appreciate the present moment. Remember, gratitude is a choice. Choose to focus on the positive, and you'll transform your life. With gratitude as our guide, let's now embrace the power of discomfort, stepping outside our comfort zones to grow and expand our horizons. Think of a muscle. It only grows stronger when it's challenged and stressed. The same is true for our minds. Stepping outside our comfort zone, embracing discomfort, is how we build mental resilience and expand our capabilities. As Timothy Ferriss says, a person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have. Why is embracing discomfort so important for mental untouchability? Because it allows us to overcome our fears, build confidence, and expand our horizons. When we avoid discomfort, we limit ourselves and stay stuck in our comfort zones. But when we embrace discomfort, we open ourselves up to new experiences, new opportunities, and new levels of growth. We become more adaptable, resilient, and confident in our ability to handle whatever life throws our way. To embrace discomfort, start by identifying your comfort zones. What are the things you avoid doing because they make you uncomfortable? Then start small. Take baby steps outside your comfort zone. Try something new, face a fear, or challenge a limiting belief. Celebrate your progress, and don't be afraid to fail. Remember, growth happens outside your comfort zone. Having embraced discomfort, we arrive at the final principle: cultivating meaningful connections, building strong relationships that provide support, love, and belonging. Imagine a group of hikers climbing a mountain together. They support each other, encourage each other, and celebrate each other's successes. That's the power of meaningful connections, having strong relationships that provide support, love, and belonging. As Helen Keller said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." Why are meaningful connections so crucial for mental untouchability? Because they provide us with a sense of belonging, reduce stress, and increase happiness. When we have strong relationships, we know that we're not alone. We have people who care about us, support us, and believe in us. These connections provide us with a buffer against stress and adversity, helping us navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. To cultivate meaningful connections, start by investing in your existing relationships. Spend quality time with the people you care about. Be present, listen actively, and offer your support. Also, be open to forming new connections. Join a club, volunteer, or attend a workshop. Be yourself and be authentic. Remember, meaningful connections are built on trust, respect, and mutual support. So we've journeyed through 8 powerful principles: self-awareness, emotional regulation, purpose, growth mindset, healthy boundaries, gratitude, embracing discomfort, and meaningful connections. Each principle is a vital component of mental untouchability, creating a strong foundation for inner peace and unwavering resilience. By integrating these principles into your daily life, you'll transform your relationship with yourself and the world around you. You'll become less reactive, more resilient, and more confident in your ability to navigate life's challenges. You'll no longer be at the mercy of external forces. Instead, you'll become the master of your own mind, unshaken and serene. Now take these principles and make them your own. Practice them daily, refine them over time, and share them with others. Let them become not just ideas you know, but truths you embody, shaping your thoughts, actions, and relationships. Remember, the path to mental untouchability is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the successes, and never stop growing. You have the power within you to create a life of peace, purpose, and unwavering resilience. Go forth and claim it.